Hey everyone, welcome back to Adventures at Dreamland. It's been a little while since I posted a video. It's been a pretty busy winter for me. I had to go do trade school for a couple months. Put me a little bit behind where I wanted to be, but it's time to get back at it. It's time to bring you up to date. As promised in the first episode, I'm going to start right from the beginning. The property had never been logged, it had never been mined. There was no trails to speak of that we knew of. There was nothing. So in these pictures following this, you're going to see where we started at, from breaking trail from the beginning, cutting the first tree, finding some openings, deciding where we were going to make our shooting lanes, which direction to point them in, all those types of things. So that's what this episode's going to cover. We're going to get into that in a sec. But one thing I want to do with Adventures of Dreamland is I know a great group of people all throughout the area, through the region, that are doing little projects, that have little companies that you might not hear of if it wasn't for shows like this, people spreading the word. So behind me in my basement is a sign. I'm not sure if the video is going to make it backwards, but I'll read it to you. It says, "Fishing poles and hunting gear, dreams of walleye and big old deer." Kind of how the slogans of our life go, living where we are. These are two of my big passions: walleye fishing and hunting. So this sign is created by a company called Starlet out of Nipigon, Ontario. It's a relative of mine through marriage. Her name is Linda Lynch. She makes amazing creations. Things to hang on your wall from your kids, with look what we made with a string and clothesline clips, to slogans like this. We have a few signs in our house. We actually have one of Long Lake, I'm from Long Lac. It's our local lake. It shows every detail of the lake, and at the northern point of it, there's a little star, and it says "Our Home." Very plain and simple, but really elegant. So look them up, Starlet. They are on Facebook with some amazing creations. I even believe that she sells her products at Peltier's Gas Bar in Nipigon on Lake Helen First Nations. So with the first shout out done, second shout out. Long Lac Walleye Masters is a walleye tournament we were proud to say is part of the Northern Ontario Walleye Trail this year. I'm on the organizing committee, so you'll see me sporting their gear every once in a while. Like I said, I want to be able to give shout outs and bring attention to the things that are surrounding me, to the people that surround me, that are providing us with good events, good products, and maybe we can all grow together through this all. So we're going to get into the picture portion of the video with me narrating over them. Again, I'm doing this with a selfie stick, iMovie on my iPhone, and let's see what we can create. In time, hopefully I can learn more about programs for mixing videos and such, but this is what we're with, and we're going to run with it. So let's get into the picture segment. So as I mentioned, there was no trails, no shooting lanes, no logging done on the property whatsoever. So first step was to get in and get started. But as you can tell, once we made it onto the property, there's no lack of excitement for what lied ahead. And to our surprise, we come across a deer rub within the first 100 yards. Now that was exciting. Through our explorations, we came across some openings and some spots that were maybe a little bit eerie. Take a look at that. It's a little bit spooky. I think Ed Kurt had a little bit of fright in him, but he'd started to warm up to it and found the true value in what we were finding on the property. Needless to say, it was a lot of trekking, machetes and axes to get our way through. But guess what? In the end, we found some stuff that was pretty exciting. Trees of this size are going to add to the value of the property. Next, we wanted to find the water source that was shown on the maps. So we came across the creek, and we're in for a surprise. This creek's also proven to run all winter long, which is going to help us. We have future plans to build some hydraulic ram pumps. If you've never heard of a hydraulic ram pump, I strongly suggest you take a look on YouTube and check them out. I think it's a very good resource, very good piece of equipment for anybody who has property that's trying to get water from one end to the other. Projects like Dreamland don't happen just with one person. It's a team of people putting in the work. I get a chance to show them every once in a while, but they don't take the forefront as much as I do. The first year we were lucky enough to have Bob, my buddy pictured here, great resource. He helped us, giving us old lumber and put in tons of hours of work. So then we got started on building our stands, building our shooting lanes. We'd come across a bunch of free cycling, an old antenna that helped us get up the trees. As I mentioned, Bob gave us a bunch of old lumber that helped us get some floors up. And of course, like I said, clearing out some shooting lanes was a big endeavor. Curtis is our chainsaw guru, so he drops them all, big and small. So you'll notice in the next couple of pictures what we've done is anytime we drop a big mature tree, we always carve it out like a bowl, fill it up with salt, and it becomes a natural salt lick. So getting back to the blind building, using the antenna we could get up the tree, string some boards out between the trees, kind of like we would as a kid, building a tree fort. Nothing too engineered, just throwing them up there, something to use for the first couple of years. A big challenge we have with this property is that it's up a big hill and it's quad access only. So our loads have to be as beneficial as possible, as much as we can get up in one load. So as you can see coming up here, floors are pretty simple. We throw some polyurethane up for the walls with a coat of spray paint on it to break up the movement so the animals can't see us moving up there. You want to move minimal as possible, but if you do, you want it to be hidden. So we built 2 permanent blinds for the first year. They came together pretty simply, pretty effectively. We were able to actually get a couple animals out of them, but nothing too crazy for engineering. Like I said, we just throw them up, climb up, get ready, and hunt our hearts out. So on this one here, we were able to put a little bit of a roof, try to help with the elements. But again, simple and effective, kind of the mentality for Dreamland. So then came time to bring up some food for the deer and some salt. And I can tell you that using a fridge cart dolly is not the way to go. But in the end, it was successful. We got to the hunting for the first year, and boy were we happy. So thanks for tuning in. See you next time.